Chapter 25. 7 Injury Fist. After all, in terms of cultivation alone, Wang Fei held a great advantage, and in the eyes of the crowd, after all, Kang Qian hadn't built his foundation long ago. So how could he possibly defeat Wang Fei, who had long ago reached the 6th level of the foundation establishment stage? The crowd of Wang family's children also thought the same. Although Kang Qian didn't know the crowd's thoughts, he was full of confidence in himself at the moment. Facing Wang Fei's powerful aura, he proudly took a step forward, with a shocking battle intent emerging in his eyes. 9 years of decadence, 9 years of shame, 9 years of being a wimp. Only one battle can wash away. At this moment, Kang Qian's battle intent surged to the sky. His sharp gaze, like an ice-cold blade, ruthlessly stabbed at Wang Fei on the opposite side, seemingly saying, "Let your horse come over. Since you are looking for death, then I will fulfill you." Kang Qian's eyes made Wang Fei furious. How had he ever been subjected to such contempt? Even if Heavy Iron City was known as the #1 genius of the young generation, Li Chongjiao did not dare to underestimate him in this way. This was simply a disgrace to him, and the one who had given him a disgrace, he would definitely not be merciful. Wang Fei angrily took a step forward. His entire aura suddenly changed. If he was a wolf earlier, then at this moment, this bloodthirsty wolf had already started to reveal its sharp fangs. On the opposite side, Kang Qian's eyes stared. Although he was confident, it didn't mean that he underestimated Wang Fei. He would go all out in this battle. The atmosphere in the arena immediately condensed, as if a frozen lake. Along with such a tense atmosphere, the crowd outside the arena watching the battle also closed their breaths, and everyone watched this dragon fight with anticipation. Little beast, catch my punch. The silent scene was finally broken, but Wang Fei couldn't wait to teach Kang Qian a lesson. He let out a roar and blasted his fist towards Kang Qian on the opposite side. His true chi swelled out, condensing into a blood-colored wolf's head in mid-air, appearing astonishingly powerful. Killing Broken Wolf. This was a very powerful fist technique of the Wang family. Only the direct descendants of the family above the foundation establishment stage could cultivate it. Even Kang Qian had only heard of the name of Killing Broken Wolf and did not have the opportunity to learn it. Wang Fei even performed such a fist technique at this moment, obviously wanting to defeat Kang Qian in one blow, not giving him the slightest ability to fight back. On the high platform, those Wang family elders all revealed shocked gazes. They felt that Wang Fei was making a big mistake. Against Kang Qian, an opponent who had only built his foundation not long ago, there was no need to perform such a powerful fist technique. Wang Tixiong's gaze was deep. His fists in his hands unnaturally tightened. If Kang Qian was in danger, he would be the first to rescue him. According to his strength, he was still certain of such a small distance, so he was still holding his breath at this moment. In the field, along with Wang Fei's taking the lead, as if the frozen lake surface was suddenly shattered, two powerful auras collided together for the first time. Facing the pouncing blood wolf, there was not the slightest bit of panic in Kang Qian's icy cold eyes. He raised both fists. His body's true chi gushed out, and a white giant tiger surfaced behind him, exuding an unrivaled hegemonic aura. Roar! The white tiger roared up to the sky. Its boiling true chi swept over 3,000 li. Kang Qian blasted out a fist, like a tiger king in the forest, and immediately, all the beasts roared in unison. The tiger's might was irresistible, and the invincible domineering aura infected everyone present. It's the fierce tiger fist. What a powerful fierce tiger fist. How is it possible to have such an amazing aura? What a fierce tiger fist. He has already struck out the essence of this fist, worthy of the name of genius. The crowd watching the battle in the arena were all shocked and let out a gasp. The fierce tiger fist was a basic fist technique that every Wang clan disciple knew, but there was no one in the Wang clan who could strike the fierce tiger fist. With such a terrifying aura, Not even those elders of the Wong clan. On the high platform, Wang Tixiong looked at Kang Chon, who was fighting below in shock. This grandson gave him too many surprises today, which already made him a little bit doubt whether this was still his grandson. On the other side, the third elder and Wang Chon revealed unbelievable gazes. The eyes of the two of them were wide open. City Lord Yong Zhenan and Master Feng Yuan were also in awe. What a fierce tiger fist, truly domineering and to cherish. A bright light surfaced in Jin Sanxiao's eyes as he marveled. On the side, Grandmaster Feng Yuan whispered, 3 years from now at the Heavenly Dao Sect's Disciple Acceptance Ceremony, he might shine. Jin Sanxiao was shocked by what he heard. The Heavenly Dao Sect's Disciple Acceptance Ceremony 3 years later would be a gathering of heroes. The young talents of the entire Great Tang Kingdom would gather. Wanting to make a name for himself in it was not that easy. However, thinking that behind Kang Chon stood an alchemy master, Jin Sanxiao did not dare to deny it in his heart. After all, with Kang Chon's talent, coupled with the help of the alchemy master, becoming a strong man that was absolute. Master Feng Yuan's voice was very low, but City Lord Yong Zhenan, who is a Jidan stage expert, still heard it. And he looked a little shocked, as if he hadn't thought that Master Feng Yuan had such a high opinion of Kang Chon. To want to make a name for himself at the Heavenly Dao Sect's Disciple Acceptance Ceremony. That was something only a genius among geniuses could do. And such a person could not be found in 3 or 5 in the entire Great Tang Kingdom. Isn't Master Wind Edge overestimating this brat? The Heavenly Dao Sect's Disciple Acceptance Ceremony isn't that simple. Yong Zhenan said in a low voice. When he was young, he was also bold and participated in the Heavenly Dao Sect's Disciple Acceptance Ceremony. But he was eliminated without even seeing the Heavenly Dao Sect's mounting gates. This was the shame of his life. And it was still a shame that could never be washed away. So he was very clear about the cruelty of the Heavenly Dao Sect's Disciple Acceptance Ceremony. Why don't you wait and see, Brother Yong? Master Feng Yuan said with a smile. There was no way he would tell Yong Zhenan about the fact that there was an alchemy master behind Kang Chon. Yong Zhenan sniffed and looked towards Kang Chon, who was in the middle of a fierce battle in the arena, a contemplative light appearing in his eyes. This youth, would he really have that much potential? Within the square, the tiger roared to the heavens and the wolf whistled in the 9 secrets, a scene of dragons fighting tigers. The crowd watching the battle outside the arena were all holding their breaths and paying full attention to this wonderful duel. Who would have thought that Kang Chon, who had just built his foundation not long ago, would be able to burst out with such amazing strength that even Wang Fei, who was at full strength, would find it difficult to take him down for a while. Compared to the surprise of the crowd outside the arena, Wang Fei, who was fighting Kang Chon, had been completely shocked and enraged. He also did not expect Kang Chon to be so strong that he was able to withstand his attacks. How could this little beast be so strong? Wang Fei lent a punch to force Kang Chon back. His eyes looked at the other party with suspicion and uncertainty. A bad feeling welled up in his heart. He seemed to have kicked the iron plate this time. This feeling was immediately screened back by Wang Fei. He shook his head with a cold smile. How could he possibly lose to this waste that had only succeeded in building the foundation in 9 years? Kang Chon on the opposite side didn't care about Wang Fei's mind. He had found an opponent with great difficulty. He was excited about the battle at the moment. Although he was forced back by Wang Fei's punch, he immediately bullied him again and swung his fist to attack. Arrogant. Seeing this, Wang Fei let out a cold laugh. His whole body was inspired by his true qi and raised his fist to meet him. After all, his cultivation level was 2 steps higher than Kang Chon's, so he was able to surpass Kang Chon's fist, forcing all of Kang Chon's punches back. Kang Chon was not discouraged and swung his fist again, his battle intent surging to the sky. The two of them fought fiercely in the field, like tigers whistling and wolves howling. They were actually on par with each other. The two sides were fighting back and forth, leaving a trail of residual shadows in mid-air, and every collision made a thunderous sound. The older generation of spectators were all shocked. The strength of these two, as well as infinitely close to them. In Heavy Iron City, the first three realms of the Foundation establishment stage belonged to beginners who had just stepped into the ranks of cultivators. The fourth to the sixth level of the Foundation establishment stage could be called the pride of the young generation of Heavy Iron City, while the last three realms of the Foundation establishment stage were considered true masters and belonged to the realm of the older generation. Now, the aura of Kang Chon and Wang Fei's fierce battle was already infinitely close to this realm, shocking the crowd of old generation experts watching the battle. Could it be that this generation of youths would break the taboos of the previous generation and would usher in a new era for a Heavy Iron City? The more the many old generation experts watching the battle thought about it, the more likely it was. Bearing in mind that this generation had produced a Li Chonjiao, who had established himself at the 7th level of the Foundation establishment stage on a very young age, putting a crowd of old generation experts to shame, and also causing him to be known as the young genius with the most hope of forming a Dan. At this moment, the strength shown by Kang Chon and Wang Fei was not as good as Li Chonjiao's, but it was not far off, causing the older generation of experts to exclaim, could it be that more than one Jidan stage powerhouse will appear in this generation? Boom, boom, boom. A dozen consecutive thunderous sounds rang out. In the field, the battle between Kang Chon and Wang Fei entered into white heat. Both sides had gone from the initial trial and error to a real contest now. Although Wang Fei was feeling a bit angry, Kang Chon's strength had already made him completely put away his contempt, and he began to explode his true Foundation establishment stage 6th layer strength. Feeling the increase in Wang Fei's strength, Kang Chon knew that his opponent had finally started to go all out. He did not have the slightest bit of fear in his heart. Instead, he let out a long whistle of excitement and shouted, Wang Fei, is this all you have? If that's all it is, you're bound to lose today. Kang Chon's battle spirit charged to the sky. His domineering aura was unrivaled. The many Wang family children outside the arena were shocked. Could Kang Chon really overcome Wang Fei over the level? This was simply an impossible miracle. The older generation of experts on the high platform were also watching the fierce battle in the arena with unblinking eyes. They knew that the real moment had come. The two people below were going to take out each other's true strength. Listening to Kang Chon's words, Wang Fei's heart was filled with anger. He had been underestimated by this little beast. Arrogant. I'll show you the strength of a true Foundation establishment stage 6 layer. A cold light flashed in Wang Fei's eyes. His fist suddenly changed. A fist technique with even more powerful killing power was unleashed by him. 7 injury fist first style. Mutilated limbs falling leaves. Wang Fei's feet stepped on the 7 stars, and a terrifying fist intent unfolded, like a severely injured maned wolf. The injuries seemed to aggravate its bloodthirsty ferocity. Not far away, Kang Chon's eyes were incomparably heavy as he stared in anticipation. The 7 injury fist, one of the 3 most powerful techniques of the Wang family, and also known as the most powerful fist technique in Heavy Iron City, was the Wang family's townhouse stance, and could not be learnt by non-family's true elites. Kang Chon had heard from his grandfather that the Wang family had 3 great stunts, namely the Thundering Thunder Blade, the Tarzan Palm, and the vicious 7 injury fist. The Wang family was able to gain a foothold in the Heavy Iron City and be called one of the 3 great families, relying on these 3 powerful stunts, and it could be said that these 3 stunts were the true foundation of the Wang family. From this, it could be seen that these 3 Jedi were powerful. Kang Chon didn't dare to be careless, adjusting his essence to its peak state. The true chi in his body boiled up once again. A wave of true chi emanated from outside his body, forming a path of astral energy. This fist technique is indeed much stronger than your fierce tiger fist. It's time for you, brat, to show your true strength. In his mind, Emperor Dan's voice rang out. Previously, Emperor Dan hadn't even spoken because this was Kang Chon's fight. And at this moment, he was only reminding Kang Chon. Kang Chon nodded without a trace. He didn't dare to underestimate the Dan Emperor without saying anything. After all, the reputation of the Wong family's 3 great stunts was there. Between thoughts, Wong Fei had already attacked. Kang Chon's eyes were heavy as he raised his fist to resist. 7 injury fist, as the name suggests, not only is the fist fierce, but also specializes in attacking people's 7 death points. Every punch is a killing move, without leaving the slightest trace of mercy.